is something that is remarkable, that is being rewarded by the stock market, $2 trillion valuation. So I ask you, what has Nvidia done to deserve such a valuation? And maybe it's still inexpensive.
There's probably never been a technology company that has made a greater technology contribution to one of the most important industries in the world, and at such large scale. We reinvented the computer as we know it. The computer has been the same since 1964, since the year after I was born. And we reinvented it with this idea called accelerated computing. Now, you could have a computer that's 100 times faster or 20 times more energy efficient, cost 20 times less, and to be able to solve problems at a scale that nobody's ever imagined, such that we helped solve artificial intelligence. And we're now on our way to making enormous progress in automation of intelligence. And as you know, intelligence is foundational to every single industry. And that's the reason why they're all here.
Is this a factory of intelligence?
This, in the future, this is exactly this right here that you're looking at. Can you guys see this? These servers are the densest computers in the world. This replaces entire data centers in the past. And it shrinks them into this little tiny data center here. And this rack here would probably be more powerful than almost all of the computers in the world today.
In 5 years, will there be some, or 2 years, will this be slow?
Every couple of years, we'll be coming up with something so much more incredible. In the last 8 years, we improved performance per chip, per one of these chips. We improved the performance of one of these chips by 1,000 times in the last 8 years.
So that means it can talk about a movie? Does it mean it can read Anna Karenina? What does it mean that it's so fast?
Well, first of all, it's probably read those things and probably read about the movies. And so if you wanted to ask it a question about those movies or a book, you say, read this book. Now let me talk to you about this book. And you can talk to it about just about anything.
Over the last 5 years, Nvidia stock is up by more than 2,000%, and that's an undeniably great performance. Of course, you may already know why Nvidia soared so much. If not, let's quickly sum it up. Almost every single company on the planet right now is investing heavily in AI, which means that they need advanced chips to support AI technologies, and Nvidia is the leader in the AI chip market, so it's been enjoying a great rally thanks to the AI boom. But is this boom expected to continue?
Joining us now, Peter Mallouk, the president and CEO of Creative Planning. It's good to see you. Welcome to Closing Bell.
Hey, it's great to be with you.
So obviously jumps out to me first on the list of the things you say you don't like within tech. Nvidia is on the list. What?
Look, tech's got a long way to go. A lot of people, clients ask us, well, how long is this tech rally going to continue? And I tell them, for the rest of your life. I mean, we're in the middle of a revolution, and we're in the middle of an AI revolution, and chip makers are going to do well for decades. But with Nvidia, I don't know when that's going to pause, but it is going to pause. And what is different about Nvidia is I would not equate it to Apple as a company that has a significant moat that's going to protect it for all time. I would put it in the same boat I put a company like Netflix or Tesla, which is just an incredible company. It's an innovative company. Who knows how much longer it has to run? But it doesn't have a moat. It has a head start. And those are very, very different things. And companies with a head start, the market eventually catches up with them. Yes, the AI revolution can continue, but that does not mean all the eggs should be in the Nvidia basket.
But if you have the best and most powerful component that seemingly almost, and I'm putting this in quotes, everyone needs, yes, that has to be a bit of a moat, especially if you incorporate the head start you suggest. The amount of money they're able to charge for the transformative chips that they have, it has to be a little bit of a moat somewhere, no? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I would say everything you said is correct, and I would add the words "for now" to the end of it. Yeah, everyone needs it. There's not a lot of alternatives. The competitors are going to get started. You've got the AMDs of the world, Intels of the world, but you're also going to have these other players like Oracle that are coming. There's going to be all kinds of companies that are going to come into this space. They are going to be successful. They're going to figure it out, and they are eventually going to catch up. And when we see that, this sales to earnings ratio is going to come back down to earth. That might be a couple years. It might be a couple months. I'm not big on timing the short run. the space is for real, this company is for real, but at some point, people are going to regret if they've got all their eggs in one basket. I'm all for having it as part of an index or having a significant position as part of your portfolio as a bet on this space. But look, I've seen a lot of people that have come to us. This is 20, 50, 60% of their portfolio. They think it's the new Apple. It's not the new Apple. It's a leader in its space. It's innovative. It's an incredible company. But Apple does not have competitors that are real competitors that really threaten its business enterprise. Nvidia has real competitors. They're going to catch up in a few years. We're going to see a lot of them emerge and be successful.
Do you guys own the stock?
We do, because the largest part of most of our clients' portfolios is index-based. It's one of the largest performing positions, for our clients that have that large cap position that most of our clients do. They've reaped a lot of reward from Nvidia. We've seen these big tech stocks lift up, for example, the S&P 500 year over year over year, where everyone says, well, the S&P 500 is terrible except for Apple, or the S&P 500 is terrible except for Facebook, and this year it's terrible except for Nvidia and a couple other names. Well, that's the point of owning a diversified basket of large stocks. About 30-40% of it's going to be technology, and these winners, a loser can only go down 100%, a winner can go up 1,000%. That's kind of the whole point of taking that approach. You don't have too many eggs in one basket, but you're still participating in the upside when these runaway companies happen.
Analysts think that the tech and AI boom will continue, but they also think that Nvidia stock has capitalized on this AI trend and peaked, so the price should fall and the valuation should normalize. On the other hand, many people have made a lot of money by investing in Nvidia. In fact, if you invested in the company a year ago, you would have gotten a 250% gain on your original investment. Many consider Nvidia a great business because it continues to innovate and enter more industries, and while there's competition from other companies, Nvidia is still the market leader when it comes to AI chips, and the competition is always one step behind, if not more. Most recently, on March 26th, Nvidia shared a blog post talking about its medical devices and how it's transforming the healthcare hardware market with its AI solutions. Nvidia also said that the future of healthcare is software-defined and AI-enabled, and that around 700 FDA-cleared AI-enabled medical devices are now on the market, which is more than 10x the number available in 2020. It also mentioned examples of leading medtech companies like GE Healthcare, which are using Nvidia technology to develop, fine-tune, and deploy AI for software-defined medical imaging applications. Nvidia sees a large opportunity in the healthcare sector, according to the company's Vice President of Healthcare, Kimberly Powell. She said that the company sees an opportunity in developing surgical robots and also in using AI in accelerated drug discovery. Besides this, Nvidia announced that it teamed up with Hippocratic AI, a healthcare and AI company, and unveiled a new category of AI-powered healthcare agents. These agents are basically AI nurses, which are responsible for following up with patients after their doctor appointments. For example, these AI nurses can perform tasks like calling a patient after they get discharged from a hospital, talking to them, and following up on their diet and any medications they should be taking. Not only that, but they can give the patients any instructions from their doctors and answer any question they have regarding their condition. According to the companies, there are more than 40 healthcare providers currently testing this technology, and it's set to revolutionize the way healthcare providers operate, offering an innovative solution to the current nursing shortage in the country. The services of Nvidia's AI healthcare agents cost $9 per hour, a stark contrast to the $90 hourly wage of human nurses. Despite this, Hippocratic AI said that this cost efficiency doesn't compromise the quality of care, and added that its AI nurses can match or even exceed human nurses in areas such as bedside manner and patient education. In 2021, the total revenue in the U.S. healthcare market was an astonishing $4.3 trillion. So this is a massive market that Nvidia can tap into with new technologies, and as AI technologies gets better, which will very likely happen since every company seems to agree on AI being the future, we're going to see more of these companies using Nvidia solutions one way or another, whether it's Nvidia's hardware, software, AI solutions, or infrastructure solutions. But there's another market that Nvidia has a huge opportunity in, and this next video will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow.
Just to get things started, has the AI hype that we've seen around Nvidia trickled into the different businesses? How has it impacted the automotive side of things?
Absolutely. We're seeing this amazing development going on throughout all aspects of the auto industry. One of the things we're focused on is AI supercomputing in the car. So creating an AI brain for automated and autonomous driving. So we just announced a new platform called Blackwell at the keynote yesterday. This is going to really help in the form of generative AI. The kinds of things that ChatGPT is doing, being able to take data streams in and other data streams being generated, whether it's text to text, or text to image, text to video, or video to text. I mean, so it doesn't really matter what it is. And so we're seeing that kind of technology helping transform what will go inside vehicles, whether it's cars or trucks or robo-taxis, being able to have a natural conversation with your vehicle. But also it's really helping the development of autonomous vehicles as well. So in generative AI can be used to assist simulation for testing and validating autonomous vehicles.
So it's not just ChatGPT or Sora, which is the video generative AI capability that OpenAI has. It's something that's going to actually, I guess, manifest some physical way down the line.
So imagine an automated car, and there's cameras on it that are understanding the environment. Well, what we can do is generative AI can take that video feed and understand it, communicate it to you in real time, and alert you to the fact that maybe somebody is jaywalking, or there's a baby stroller being pushed across the street here, or a motorcycle that's coming in your blind spot. So the cameras won't just create a beep, but actually could tell you what's going on.
If you're an Nvidia investor, then you probably already know of Nvidia's Drive Thor. If you're not familiar, then you should know that it's the chip Nvidia makes for automakers, and this chip basically becomes the brain of the car. Nvidia teamed up with Chinese automakers like BYD and Li Auto to provide them with these solutions, and now it's seeking to integrate the new Blackwell GPU architecture that it revealed in GTC 2024 into Nvidia Drive Thor, which will make the chip really strong and allow it to handle large AI solutions that will help with autonomous driving. Notably, BYD is also using NVIDIA AI for training self-driving cars, and it also uses the NVIDIA Omniverse platform to plan its factories. We all know how massive the automotive industry is, so this is a great opportunity for NVIDIA. Aside from BYD and Li Auto, NVIDIA is also offering its AI automotive solutions to Western companies like Lucid, Volvo, and Mercedes-Benz, but we have to wait until upcoming releases from these companies to see if the new NVIDIA-backed vehicles are good enough to compete with Tesla's amazing tech. With all of this in mind, we can go over if NVIDIA stock is a buy or a sell at its current price, and we'll also show you some analysts' opinions and our stock price prediction for NVIDIA. But before we get into that, if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay up to date on stock market news. Now, let's dive right in.
NVIDIA, this is the textbook case of the AI rally. It's just had, maybe Palantir at one point will get to that point where they have their NVIDIA moment. But we're just seeing this 30% growth quarter after quarter on the short term. So it's just been tremendous. I think it's matured quite a bit. I'm in love with the name. I'm in love with a lot of their technology that they've put out so far. But I think we've come very far very quickly. I'd love to see a pullback. Until we do, I'm happy to sell a cash secured put in place of owning NVIDIA. Just looking at May, the 840 strike, that'd be a 10% pullback. I can sell that put for $28. Essentially, I'd earn 4% to wait for Nvidia to pull back, or I can buy it at 840, which now at 930, I think that everyone would love to do that.
All right, so we'll watch for that. I mean, clearly, you talk about it, you're in love with it. I mean, I think anybody who got 253% over the last year may be really in love with it.
Has the AI stock rally peaked? I'm Lisa Bernhard with Reuters, and joining me today is Rob Hayworth. He's of U.S. Bank Wealth Management. Rob, we're in the midst of the NVIDIA Developer Conference, and the CEO unveiled the new AI chip. It's the Blackwell 200, which is up to 30 times faster than the previous chip. The stock was actually down this morning. It's bounced back a bit, but in any case, it hasn't been an overwhelmingly positive investor reaction, and other chip stocks are down. Have we finally hit the peak of this current AI rally?
I'm not sure it's the peak, but we've certainly seen a lot of progress for AI stocks over the last 12 months. And I think it's about time for a pause to try and refresh this sector, right? We're certainly seeing some rotation towards industrial and cyclical names in the market at this point. And I think investors have already priced in really quite a bit of earnings growth for these companies. I think the key question that follows next is not just how do we get that technology embedded, but what do we do with it? How does it start enhancing productivity across businesses? And how does this get monetized beyond faster and faster chips?
So can we expect at this point, despite some people who do what you do, telling me that Nvidia stock has plenty more room to run, perhaps it doesn't run after this?
Well, yeah. I think for us, we think in the long term, this is a place people have to be, right? Technology is a long-term, long-run growth sector. But over the last really few months, we haven't had much of a catch-up from the rest of the economy. And for the market as a whole to be healthy, we really need to see some catch-up from the cyclical industrial names, because we have such a good economy right now. The economic data has been very good through the end of 2023. And even though it's a little slower to start 2024, it's still on very solid footing, and that should benefit more names than just technology.
While all analysts would agree that Nvidia is the AI chips market leader, not all agree on its current valuation, and since its stock had an amazing run for a really long time now, many are wondering if it's possible for this to continue and think that Nvidia has peaked and now it's time to sell and take in profits. But there's still some logic to buying Nvidia stock now. The company has a lot going on and expects to implement a lot of new technologies in the future, so I'm going to give you a 2025 price prediction on Nvidia stock based on estimates made by Wall Street analysts, and you can decide for yourself if this stock is a buy or not. To determine where Nvidia will be in 2025, we have to look at the company's next year earnings per share estimate. Now, Wall Street analysts think Nvidia is going to deliver $30.24 in earnings per share next year. For us, that's 2025, but for Nvidia, that's 2026, because sometimes companies' fiscal years differ from calendar years. Back to the Wall Street estimates, the $30.24 estimate for 2026 has actually been upgraded multiple times in the last 90 days by the analysts, from $23.76 to $24 to $24.70. Then there was a big jump to $29.87, and then another jump to $30.24. These numbers have increased by a lot over a short period of time, so the outlook for Nvidia stock price should change as well. As of the time of this video, Nvidia stock trades at around $926, and its price-to-earnings ratio is around 77.59. So if Nvidia's 2025 EPS comes in at $30.24 like Wall Street analysts estimate, and the price-to-earnings ratio stays at 77.59, then the stock price could end up at $2,346 in 2025. That's probably considered the best-case scenario, as Nvidia's price-to-earnings ratio could decrease, but even if it went down to, let's say, 40, Nvidia stock price would be at approximately $1,210, which is still a 30.6% upside from where it's trading now. But investing in Nvidia isn't without risk, as many expect the AI hype to definitely slow down sometime in the future. Still, even when that happens, AI will still grow, just not as fast and as much as it's currently growing now. And in turn, this will reflect in Nvidia's valuation as the AI chips market leader. What do you think about Nvidia stock? Is it a buy at the current price? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to tell us what your valuation for Nvidia is. If you would like to know what companies like Tesla and Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.